Hey, it's Mark. Not a lot to report on today. Like I just ran some scans and ran the supernova scan, and the only thing that was kind of interesting was UUU, and it's been hitting scans for a while, but it's still going. Like it had a little flag there. It hit a flag like right there, like a nice triangular flag, and then it's really popped through that. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. I think it's a legit company, but it doesn't have a history of holding pops. So I'm just looking back to see what it does. Like it kind of did back in 2014, but that was a long time ago. So back in 2021, the spikes didn't hold, and it even popped like in 2022, like looks like off earnings, but that didn't hold either. So I'd say it's a pretty good short watch for yeah, at least a 1 day or two, couple day pullback. Even off today was a big pop, so like it probably will open up lower tomorrow. But if it doesn't, it's going to go, and it's only a trade. If it's red tomorrow, if it's on low a day, but it's a short it's a short setup just for like a day or two because it's got some really good momentum going at the moment. And the the bounce that I was looking for pretty much came today in a lot of these sectors. Like I was just looking at the XHB. Yeah, after it popped out of that down channel, it's just going now, and that's a pretty good day today on some volume. It's a 3% up day, and semis did really good off of AMD. So it did that thing that I was thinking it was going to do, where it's going to try to reclaim that trend line. Because you can see it broke down below, this major level there, and then just totally did a little bear trap there and popped up again. So it looks like it's going to try to go back up to this resistance, like 150. So it's kind of interesting. And the Nasdaq's it looks like the Nasdaq's opening up. It's gapped up a lot in the overnight session already. So like it's kind of what I was thinking too. It's like a little ahead of itself here. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't think that gap up's gonna hold. We'll see though. But I think this may not be the best read on it. Like I'm not sure what that data feed's exactly right, but I'm just guessing the S&P is gonna have done the same thing. I haven't really checked it yet. So, but yeah. So it's like what I was talking about yesterday or the day before. They're gonna trap down here. They trapped all the shorts, and then boom, what do you know? It goes back up. So just that's the down channel on ES. So yeah, it's like the the bulls are kind of in control now because they got these levels held. They made it back up to the levels that can. And that's the big level on ES. That level there was really big. So like my hunch is we just go range bound till the end of the year. So it'll probably finish around somewhere in between here, between 455 and 415 on SPY here. I'd be surprised if it's like a breakout or a breakdown. So it's kind of tough to trade, really. Like I prefer trading, momentum, like a downtrend or an uptrend. But yeah, it's pretty tough because there can be a lot of fake outs. There can be fake outs on these momentum shifts. So yeah, it's not really ideal. So, but I mean, a lot of the stocks that I've been watching are still that I'm in are still red. Like, looks like we got some good pop there on EVgo. Like the CHPT was red again, and BONK was flat. So hopefully we get like a pop in these so I can put some more puts on. The only other interesting thing was this. I found one stock hit the gap down scan. It was kind of interesting looking. Like everything else is kind of, I didn't really see much. Like I looked at 52-week highs and supernovas. Didn't see much. This one's interesting. This is a good short setup because you can see it's one of those. It's just dominated by the shorts, and I think looks like that's the level there. Well, it took out that first level there. Well, yeah, it's right on these levels. So, but the way it's going, it looks like the shorts are totally in control on this one. So, I just want to see if it has options because it's one of the better breakdown setups I've seen. Because the volume was really high. It kind of is like, it's kind of like these volume days back here. And after those days, it crashed. So, but I'm seeing some options here. It's got the Novembers. It's got 750 strikes on the November, and those are pretty liquid. And it's only like a 49 IV. And the Decembers are looks like there's not really any volume on those. February. Yeah, pretty much just November's. Like November 750s might be good. And the Adobe came off. That found support like I was thinking. And semiconductors, kind of some of the more bullish ones on my watch list. I'm just gonna look at a couple more sectors here. Like, yeah, what do you know? Industrials hit my old trend line there. See, I drew this line back here, back in May or June. And what do you know? It caught support right at this major trend line, which is really long trend. It's really long support. It first found that level back in December of 22, and it found it again this week or last Friday. So that's actually one of the more interesting ones because the fact that level's been pretty strong, and it's just really it was really oversold, even more so than some of these other things. Like kind of want to see what small caps did. Yeah, small caps had a little bit of a trying to trend break. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bounce, but it's not the best. Like I might think about the XLI, but it's really not one of my favorite setups. Like oversold bounces aren't really my favorite type of setups. Based on my expectancy with them. Because even back in 2022, there was a lot of those, and there can be a lot of fake outs. So I'm just gonna keep watching these charging stocks and trying to go through some more watch lists to see what else happened today. Yeah, VNO's up. Yeah, these are pretty mixed. The ABR is down again. That one's just consistently weak now. Yeah, this ABR and VNO are some of my top watches now for shorts or for puts. And yeah, I mean, I think it looks like the market's pretty compelled to keep bouncing here, and this LXRX is held that trend support really well. I thought I had long the calls in this one already. I don't think I did, but I think my other account might have had them, but I think I might have not put those on yet. But I'm definitely going to be getting long these 150 calls because this one's acting really well. You know, I didn't think it even needed the market to prop it up. Like it's just it held that support line, the support line really good. So in the CIFR, I noticed Ethereum, one of these Ethereum ETFs popped up. So this Ethereum trust, that's a really good long setup too. It's breaking out already again, and I assume Ethereum's up in tandem with it. So these some of these miners, these Bitcoin miners, like I was looking at this CIFR. It looks like a flag now. You see the sell volume is pretty weak on these consolidation days. So it looks really flaggy, and that could be the trend support right there, based on that level. But it may just pop before that, and it's gonna go with Bitcoin. I haven't checked crypto really. I think it was kind of mixed today. Oh yeah, the Bitcoin's still flagging, but kind of yeah. I mean the Bitcoin itself is gonna have a better chart to look at than that, but I'm still watching these things. Like I'm watching the Bitcoin and CIFR and I'm gonna be watching the the Ethereum Trust ETF too. And I added some to my long-term position in Soho, the hotel. It's just really cheap. It's like a real value stock, and their tangible asset value is like a lot higher. I calculated it like over $2 a share. So you know, if you include preferred shares, it's like a lot lower, but it's pretty much still right below or around net tangible asset value. So I mean, they have Hilton hotels, Hyatt, and DoubleTree, and you know those hotels shouldn't, like a holding company for those hotels shouldn't be trading for liquidation value. Like there's, you know, the discounted cash flows or whatever you want to use, it doesn't work out. Like it's just way too undervalued. It's just really undervalued. So I bought some more of that one, and I thought it was even cheap, you know, around $2. in the low twos, but I think the PE multiple is like 1 or 2 when it was like at $2. So this thing's like crazy cheap. I think it's just the fact that it's getting beat down with all these other REITs because it's technically a REIT, REIT, real estate investment trust, and which it's funny because they haven't been paid on a dividend lately, but I think they might have actually started one, but don't quote me on that. But well, the preferred shares are really good. The preferred shares have a good dividend yield, but I did a Substack on this one, so it's got I put all the analysis in a Substack, and that's one of my favorite value stocks now. Yeah, I was looking at my gap down scan. I just saw an interesting one. This American Axle, this Axle, this Axle's breaking down, and I know this one from the past. Like I used to trade it like back in like 2010, and they do parts for like trucks and commercial vehicles. So it's pretty cyclical. And we got this big level there. So it touched right off that level. Like I found it one time like back in like after the Great Recession, it was like trading for around or below net tangible asset value. Like it was really cheap value stock back then, and I kind of wonder how cheap it is now, but it's kind of a descending triangle there. It's not really good chart. But if it is that cheap, if it is like it tends to hold around net tangible asset value. So I'll have to check and see. If it's not there, then it's a good short on a breakdown. Because it looks like it's really trying to break down here. And it's really a cyclical name, so it's like usually when the economy is doing good, it's doing good, in the past. So yeah, you can see in 2020 and 2021 it had a pretty good run. But it's really not the best growth stock. I mean, it's not really a great stock to own, but I'll have to see what's going on with this, with the balance sheet. And that's pretty much all I wanted to report back on. Like my Redfin puts, I still got Redfin puts, and looks like the decay is starting to hit because I'm down on those. Or actually yeah, a little bit down actually, or on break even. So the CWK puts are doing well. Yeah, that can't be the right data. It looks like my data feed on my broker is kind of sketchy sometimes. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about, and I'll catch you next time.